And good morning and good afternoon to you too, dear friends. I have just returned home after a chat with one of the many ministers for Kurrajong here at the ACT. And I must once again please say thank you to all of you, thusly for inviting me here to talk about the concerning problems of this decade pertaining to the misbehaviours of one Roger Markby Nelson Tall. Now, we have had many years to consider, in a sense, track his activities and reflect upon our observations of his character demonstrated, and casting aside the facts of his investments in wholesalers and distributors of antipsychotic drugs. We are aghast that he seems to have any perennial existence of a sense of ethical duty in association with his endeavours in this regard whatsoever. A recent matter of consideration has been the Capital Chemist logo. Many Canberrans who consider drugs and surveillance unfamiliar, of course, with the pharmaceutical arts fail to recognise that the logo is indeed shaped as a pharmacist's pestle and mortar, an item that, given modern technological advances, pharmacists themselves are the first to admit is an item of somewhat redundancy these days. Nonetheless, it does bear the resemblance of an outline of a satellite dish in many opinions, according to recent polls. This matter may be further discussed at the website www.fuck.u.net. So I thank you all again for inviting me here to have this talk, that I may once again duly serve Queen and country. We suspect that there was, given things like the errancy, not only the errancy, but the ongoing endeavours to conceal the errancy on behalf of Mr. Tall, plus his interest in thinking he has concealed his surveillance, and as the aforementioned common error, where members of the citizenry who are unaware of the pestle and mortar preclude his logo to be a satellite dish. I figure that he's kind of taunting them to say, well, I can spy on you at my leisure. Why this did not occur to upper management has been factored into our assessment of Mr. Markby Nelson Tall, and we are convinced that there was an incident, a ghastly incident that has forever since resulted in horrid misjudgments of character. Pretend that the logo of the Capital Chemist Group is neither resemblant of a pestle and mortar nor of a satellite dish, but of a finger swiveling away to the right, like a dodge. We suspect that in his adolescence, during the typical transition of a male through puberty, when the hair grows in the region called the pubis and the voice drops, that there was an incident whereby Mr. Markby Nelson Tall, often aka called Roger the Dodger within his own company, precluded to pursue his mother, and we think poke with 3-to-1 fingers. We cannot be certain at this point, with further details coming. Sorry, I should say further details pending. And we think that he jabbed or tried to poke either the vagina or the sphincter, anus, or both, of his mother, forever locking his voice into a fuck, when's it gonna drop kind of childlike, boyish, you challenge me to a duel, that type of idiot really. And our committee has come to the conclusion that he needs to be audited more than the lyrics of Method Man albums. Please, my YouTube account may be hacked to the point where people are unable to post comments and replies. However, we do thank you very, very much for your consideration and your time. Live long and prosper.